All right, thank you, Tiffany. So, again, my name is Kemal Gaspar, Vice President of Community Engagement at VyStar, and I have these lovely ladies here with me to talk about the work that they do in the community. A little bit about VyStar. So, we were founded in 1952 at Naval Air Station Jacksonville. Is anyone a VyStar member? All right, some good hands. So, we give back to the community. Our purpose is to do good. Our core values are lead by example. Last year, we gave back $7.2 million to the community, to 400 nonprofit organizations. But some people think we're an organization that gives out money to the community when we're really a credit union. So we have products, we have services, we help our small businesses, we help those that are looking to start businesses, we help those that want to buy homes, send kids to college, et cetera. So that's what this conversation is going to center around today. And we're going to start just with overall financial wellness. Does anyone know that Jacksonville is one of the most financially stressed cities in the country? You can feel it. So some stats, so nearly 16% of Jacksonville residents have accounts in distress, the highest in the nation. 87% increase in share of people with accounts in distress between 2023 and 2025. And then rising housing costs and homeowners insurance have contributed to financial strain, which is the top concern. 34% of Florida residents that vote cite this as the largest financial strain in Jacksonville. But despite all this, Jacksonville is one of the fastest growing cities in the country. So VyStar, we're very proud of our financial wellness efforts and our high school program. So we actually have 19 high schools, VyStar branches in high schools throughout the state of Florida, where the youth actually run the program and intern in our branches over the summer. So I'm gonna start with Sheila. Can you tell us a little bit about your work that you do in the community? Sheila's all over doing financial wellness workshops, classes in the community. She runs one of our busiest branches. When I call her, she's like, I'm with a member, I'm with a member. So, but she runs the Regency Commons branch, which is one of our busiest and largest branches. So Sheila, tell us about the work that you do around financial wellness in the community.
Hey, y'all. All right, thank you so much, Kemal. So, yes, I have a great passion. This role is a servant role, and for those of you who have had the opportunity to serve others, you can only imagine how many different opportunities we have to touch lives. So I speak to people with $0 all the way up to people with $5 million. They just want to be heard and listen. So any opportunity I have to come into the community, share financial wellness, it's an opportunity for me to help our younger individuals as well as people like you and I in this age group. So the high school program, I had the opportunity last summer actually to help kickstart our newest high school branch, which is the Riverside location. And yes, and it was amazing. We were able to work hand in hand with these young scholars and really help teach them financial wellness. They have the opportunity when they are not in school to actually conduct transactions, talk to our members, learn how to be young professionals. Truly inspiring. I learned a lot from them. While they are young, you want to hold them and treat them like your kids, but you also have to remember the importance to really teaching them. These are future careers that they could potentially develop. I also did have the opportunity to take in one of our high school graduates and make her a part of my team. She stayed with us for about a year and then transitioned to our collections team. And last year, she sent me a message. She got promoted. So that's just a very small, thank you. Just a small window of how great this high school program is. We have 19 across our Jacksonville, St. John's, as well as in our Georgia market. So if you have a child that's in the area, I would touch base and see how you can get them in that program. Hopefully when my son gets older, he will want to do it. But it was just an amazing time. And the financial wellness is more important now than ever. So if you haven't sat down with your children, come see me. I'm at the Regency branch. I'd love to talk with you. Thank you, Kemal.
Thank you, Sheila. And Sheila works very closely with Tillery. So Tillery, the easiest way to describe Tillery, she's a badass. So
Agreed.
That's just the easiest way. I mean, we work together at 1-to-1, and our paths have crossed back together at VyStar. and VyStar absorbed 1-to-1 last year, and so Tillery came on board. But Tillery's been named the Credit Union Rock Star by the Credit Union National Association, the U.S. SBA North Florida District Small Business Advocate of the Year, the Florida SBDC Volunteer of the Year, and the prestigious Chairman's Award from the Clay County Chamber of Commerce. So that's why I say she is a badass. Like Sheila said, just give her flowers. Give her flowers. And I can tell you, if I send a small business referral to Tillery, I don't have to worry. I don't have to think that Tillery follow up because I know that she did. So Tillery, my question to you is just talk about how entrepreneurs or those that are starting small businesses really can be successful. What advice would you give to small business owners? How have you helped small business owners in the past? If someone's looking to start a business, where do they start? And just share your nuggets that you'd like to share with us.
Yeah, so I'll give you three things. So 3 things that I see as a lender when people come to us that are probably the biggest mistakes that people make. Number 1, you did not understand how much it would cost to actually start that business, whether that be shipping in products, making products, buying materials, purchasing that building, how much cash you would have to put into it. If you're a restaurant or something like that, how much did it actually cost to improve that property? Jacksonville is a great place to open. I am born and raised Jacksonville native, but I will tell you some areas like Riverside, you have to completely upgrade the electrical, and it will cost you more money than you had ever budgeted. So be prepared for that. I will ask you as a lender, I will ask you 1,000 questions, and I am not here to knock down your business. I just want you to be prepared. I cannot tell you how many times I look at budgets for people and projections, and do you know they didn't even budget for electrical? Are you not going to pay JEA? Are you not going to pay your light bill? So, making sure that you truly have projections. A great place for that is the SBDC at UNF. They will do free business plans and free projections, and they have people that are located within all different cities here around Jacksonville. Number 2 is you wait too long for funding. Jim Stallings, who listened to Jim Stallings earlier, PS27, Jim Stallings is amazing. They do venture capital, may not be for everybody, but there's crowdsourcing, there's grants. For my nonprofit, somebody in Jim's session asked about nonprofits. There's grants that you can get from the city, from VyStar. We sponsor nonprofits. Or you come to me as a lender, but you've waited too long. And unfortunately, you're at a point that we can't help you. Number 2 leads into number 3. Your personal credit has to be considered in every loan decision. It will be looked at. Whether it's a lender, whether it's the SBA, it will be looked at. And if you've waited too long and you have bootstrapped, which is an amazing thing for you to do, but your personal credit has gone down and you are too highly leveraged, unfortunately, no one is going to help you. So those are my 3 pieces. And again, the best place, 2 great places to go. If you are not a JSEB certified business and you have not looked into the JSEB program of what JSEB can offer you, please go do that. Gregory Grant talked this morning. And then the SBDC at UNF will help you as well. Again, they have free courses. They have small, low-cost courses, business plans, and projections.
Got it. Thank you, Tillery. Let's give her a hand. So, Jacksonville Small Emerging Business, JSEP, right?
Yes.
Just want to make sure.
Yes, the Jacksonville Small and Emerging Business. They will do amazing things. You do have to be in business for, I believe it's 1 year for them, but you can go learn about them, see what you need to do to be prepared and ready when that time comes for you. They're also offering loans to businesses. So if you get a contract through JSEP, they are actually looking at doing loans to help you fulfill that contract.
That's awesome. Thank you. And so the great thing about, I mentioned earlier, the relationship. So Tillery is on the commercial lending side, Sheila's on the retail side, but you need that partnership because you're going to have to go to a retail branch and talk to the branch VP. So I really enjoy this relationship, and that's what's really about. VyStar is really, truly about relationships and helping our members if you interact with Tillery or Sheila, and that's going to transition over to the Mary. So what I enjoy about Mary is she's the VP of Product Marketing. Mary is extremely smart. And you have to be very smart in product marketing because you have to find people. You have to find people that need our products and services and reach them in very unique ways. Cool thing about Mary is she's a hustler. So she is from Ukraine, and she really has built when you talk about the American dream, that is Mary, building a home, getting married, starting a family, bringing her family over here. So kudos to you. I want to make sure I give you your flowers, Mary, as well.
Thank you, Kemal.
So we recently launched our financial fitness program. So could you tell us how we launched it, how it works, and how we're getting people engaged in the conversation around finances? Because it's very intrusive. So no one wants to talk about finances. No one wants to talk about 401k or retirement. It's one of those uncomfortable things. It's like going to the doctor. We just avoid it if we can. So tell us how VyStar is helping our members in the community have those conversations.
Thank you, Kemal. I absolutely love talking about financial fitness program because it came from place of love and from the place of our mission. Our mission at VyStar is to do good. And we really thought about it. We launched it last year, and we thought about what are we good at? What are we really doing here at VyStar? At VyStar, we want to do good. We want to help our members. And what are we really good at, and what is our value to our members? And that's what I encourage you to think about too in your business, for your members, for your customers. What are they looking when they work with you? And for us, it is financial services. We can provide amazing products, good rates, but we're also experts in finances, and why not to share this information? So we looked at everything that VyStar is doing, and so many departments like Tillery's and branches and high school branches, they've been doing so many good things for our community. They would provide high school education for kids, for finances. We will do different tips for businesses. We will do go out into community and do events, but as you know, if you do not talk about it, it didn't happen. So we thought about it, and we decided that we need to package it. We need to package it in one comprehensive program, very simple for our members to digest. And we created this financial fitness initiative with the goal to help our members with their finances on any stage of life, because from high school to retirement, you have different needs, and we recognize that. And who is better to talk to you about your finances than your financial institution, who you trust, and how do you build that trust? That is so important when you work with your customers. They need to look up to you, and you should show your expert opinion in the matters that you know, what is your business in. I mean, if you're doing some kind of bakery, talk about what kind of coffee pairing should go with that croissant. You know, like you can talk about things that you are good at, and people will trust you. And that's why we really wanted to create this financial fitness initiative and show members how to improve themselves, especially talking about how Jacksonville is one of the most struggling cities. We recognize that, and we want to make our community better.
Got it. And so one of those ways that we're making the community better too is Deb's Store. Has anyone heard of Deb's Store? It's out east. So out east is a food desert in Health Zone 1. And there's no grocery store if you live out east. And so VyStar, Florida Blue, Goodwill work together to put a grocery store out east, but also there's a financial wellness room upstairs where individuals from the community can come and receive financial wellness initiatives, seminars, et cetera. And the great thing about the partnership with Goodwill Florida Blue is there to provide the health insurance. Goodwill is there to provide the jobs so that people in out east community can get to jobs with the support of JTA, because they put a bus stop right in front of the grocery store. And now there's fresh food for those individuals that are living out east. So that's where VyStar's mindset is. We're thinking very uniquely positioned on how we can help the community get better and really meet people where they are. And so I'm gonna ask this one question, really just your nugget around financial wellness, a financial wellness tip for the audience, your specialized area. What would you suggest to the individuals here today on what they can do to improve their financial well-being? And then we're going to open it up for question and answers.
Sure, I'll go first. Mary kind of mentioned it. Don't be afraid to come ask us. I would love to sit down with every single one of you in the room who have a business, who want to have a business, and figure out, plan it out. I may give you 5 or 6 steps. I may ask you 1,000 questions, but I am going to help you find the resources. I am going to send you in a direction to help you be prepared so that your business, when it launches, can be very successful.
I think I echo Tillery. One thing that we talked about when we first met is being honest. A lot of times when you come to us, you have dreams, and we don't want to crush them, but we want to be realistic. And a lot of times I tell my members up front, like, I'm here to guide you. If you don't have a personal banker, especially for a business owner, what are you doing? If you're coming to me to okay the decisions you're making and I'm not okay and then you stop talking to me, I don't really know if you get it. So be vulnerable. Because we want to tell you what's going to work and what's not. You don't want to go through all these steps and then stop and then feel like we should have told you. We're going to do that. And if you haven't built a relationship with someone like that, then, I mean, you should call me, but if you don't find someone else, because it's extremely important. We're in the industry and we know the ins and outs.
I would say use the resources that are available out there. For example, with us, we have financial fitness, we have small business modules online accessible to the public. You can just go to VyStarCU.org, find financial fitness, and there will be free modules on how to educate yourself on financial wellness for small businesses or for your customers. And I would say ask questions, network. I know that marketing your business is extremely, extremely expensive. So network, talk to each other. You can help each other. You can amplify your efforts by, doing campaigns together, do giveaways together. I would say that's my advice.
All right. And there's a chat room, right, for the savings challenge?
Yes, we're actually doing a very fun savings challenge right now where members can enter to win $1,000, and we're trying to help our members save $1,000 in their emergency savings. And we have the private group on Facebook that is called exactly that way, Savings Challenge, surprise. But you can enter to win, you can be in that group, and we will help you. You can ask us questions, and we will talk to you directly and give you advice. So we are very accessible and trying to help the community. So use those resources. They are free.
All right. Thank you. And so I just give out money, so that's my role at VyStar.
He's good at it too.
But I've been a branch manager before, so I understand the work that Sheila does, and now in marketing, and partner with individuals like Tillery. So it's hard work, but one thing I appreciate about all these three, that they're passionate about what they do in helping our members. And so I was going to see if there were any questions or what questions from the audience that we could answer on behalf of VyStar.
Good afternoon, Craig Burney. Had a question for you. Do you guys offer just in-person, or do you also offer service to individuals that might not live in the state of Florida?
So I'll speak for myself. I will help anybody in the city of Jacksonville. I've also done webinars for businesses who have professionals in other states. I've also done a global presentation about businesses, where to find financing, questions to ask. I've done it as a global presentation. So for me, it's anywhere. If you're in town, we'd love for you to come see us here at VyStar. But if not, I educate them on credit unions are amazing, so why credit unions are amazing. But here's just what you need to know as a business owner. Here's some questions that you need to ask so that you feel more confident and more prepared. But just go ask your local lender. And then I kind of give them where they can find maybe a list of those types of lenders through SBA or whatever the case may be.
Perfect. Thank you.
I was going to mention too, so credit union, so we are a member-owned cooperative. Member-owned meaning you own the credit union, so we don't have shareholders. So that's where the lower fees, the lower interest rates, no fees come because we don't have shareholders. We have 79 branches throughout Florida and Georgia, so everyone thinks of VyStar being in Jacksonville, but we are also now in Tallahassee. We're in Orlando, Daytona, Ocala, the Villages, the Space Coast, Savannah, Atlanta. I think I said Tallahassee, and then we're opening a branch in Kingsland, Georgia, but we opened a branch in Brunswick, Georgia last year also. So.
As a new nonprofit, how do we partner with VyStar?
In what capacity?
We have a program that we want to launch, like a life skills program for youth and young adults, and we want to figure out how we can maybe network and work with you guys. Somebody up there mentioned working with nonprofits. I don't know who said it.
That's me. I got to answer your
So
question.
that's probably a Kemal answer, but we can all connect with that. From the branch level, we have a program called VyStar at Work where we go out to our nonprofits and business owners and teach financial literacy to your workers, or if you need volunteers, we can do that as well. If you're looking for funding, it's him. But we have a strategic program that we can use for that. On all levels, we can all somehow help support the nonprofit.
Yeah. We our pillars of giving are youth, military, and community building. So those are our focuses for sponsorships, all three. And then we have a portal on our website. If you Google VyStar sponsorships, there's an online portal where you can submit an application. We also have a foundation. So the VyStar Foundation does 2 grant cycles each year, one focus on military and one focus on youth. Those dollars are really programmatic dollars for programs. They range usually around $20,000. We do about 10 grants for around $20,000. The corporate sponsorships are truly events just like this. So we're the sponsor of the Think Bold Festival and Conference. So that's more of a branding opportunity, corporate sponsorship. On the volunteer side, we require every employee at VyStar to volunteer. It's 10% of every employee's performance review that they volunteer 8 hours or more in the community. So we had 40,000 hours in volunteerism last year. So every employee, if they don't, they lose that 10% on their performance review if they don't volunteer at least 8 hours. So.
Quick question. I just wanted to see if.
Just Google VyStar sponsorships.
I didn't really have a question. I just wanted to see if you can repeat the 3 pillars that VyStar has for giving.
Youth, military, and community building. So.
So I have more of a statement than a question. And thank you, Kemal, right? We met yesterday. So my name is Terrence L. Barber. In my daytime, I am the Regional Community Development Director for a very much smaller credit union based out of Pensacola, Florida, where we have to be more resourceful than we have resources. I actually pretty much kind of cover some of the individual tasks of all of you encompassed in one. So I just wanted to commend Kemal and VyStar. I talked to Myron Richardson, who's a good friend of mine over in Tallahassee. Listen, y'all, VyStar got a Starbucks inside of it. Almost put us out of business. But they are very community forward. So I want to just commend you all for the work that you do, not only collectively, but also individually. Not only, and Myron bragged about it. I went to y'all building over here. We don't have stuff. Y'all got fish in the flow over there. So I just wanted to commend you, and I did not want to just say it only privately, but publicly for the work that you all not only do here in Jacksonville, but also Tallahassee and abroad.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for what you do. Credit unions are cooperatives, so I would love to talk to you after and see what I could do to help, maybe send some commercial expertise and knowledge that way.
And we have sleep pods. There's no fish in the floor, but there might be ice cream machines and a basketball court, but no. Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Gabe Hamda. I have a question, and then I have a couple of comments. So the question is, VyStar, I heard so many things. What do you stand for? What's your goal? What's your the outcome you want to see in Jacksonville? If you are doing what you do well, in a year, you want to see this happen. So that's my question. But here is a comment. I want to thank you for coming out and sharing, because to me, you come across as a social enterprise, doing good and doing well. That's my definition. I also appreciate Think Bold, so that for us to get together, get the spark, connect, and improve our net worth. So that's kind of how I came here. So I just want to say, since I'm speaking, I just want you to hear 2 words. I work with the city. I don't work for the city. I work with the city on a program called Bid More. Any of you small businesses, you want to improve your business opportunities by bidding more, talk to me. Also, I'm working on a program called Global Jacksonville, which is to take the smaller businesses global. So talk to me about those things. I appreciate you. What is VyStar here for? Big goal. Thank you.
So we want to become the credit union of the South. That is our goal. Our CEO has said that. 6, 7 years ago, we were not in Tallahassee, we were not in the Space Coast, we were not in Atlanta, we were not in Savannah, and he saw that we have something great here in Jacksonville, and we needed to grow that because more people need financial solutions. But the one thing, what I truly enjoy working at VyStar is when our CEO got here, he said, why is downtown underdeveloped? Why does the arena not have a name on it? Because when you have a naming rights deal, you can get more opportunities. Why do we have a outdated Museum of Science and History? So we were the first ones to sign on to have the money put aside for Mosh to move over from the North Bank, from the South Bank to the North Bank to be a part of the sports complex. We put our name on the arena and held that tradition of honoring our military personnel and their families because it was supposed to be a veterans arena and no one could put their name on it. That was the holdup. And so we said, what if we call it the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena and continue to honor the legacy of military personnel and their families? When the USS Orlick, the ship, was stuck in Louisiana and they did not have any money to get to Jacksonville to come here, VyStar was the one that said, we're going to put up the loan because we need that ship here to honor our military personnel. VyStar Ballpark, so our name's on the ballpark. So our CEO is a visionary in thinking about how we can improve downtown Jacksonville. If more people come to downtown Jacksonville, live, work, and play here, more people are going to see that this is a great city. We signed on with Downtown Vision to be the title sponsor of the placemaking project. So Katie Yellow's here. So she's doing great placemaking work. When COVID happened, guess what? We said we're going to throw a concert in front of our building called Jack's River Jams. Anyone remember that? And because we still need the community to come together. So I joked in the beginning, I said, you know, we're an organization that gives so much to the community, but we just happen to be a credit union. But that's our goal. Our goal is really to make Jacksonville a better place to live, work, and play. And we want to expand that out to the different communities. Something exciting in Atlanta that is happening. VyStar is the new naming rights sponsor of the amphitheater in Stockbridge. So the bridge, Stockbridge at the bridge. And R&B and hip-hop acts go there to perform over the summer. So check that out. There'll be some discounts for VyStar members when they announce the concert season coming up in a couple weeks.
And I wanted just to add that with such a bold goal of being the biggest credit union of the Southeast, you can imagine that it's not easy going into the new markets like Atlanta. So we do lead with the community, like Kemal said. Our goal is to do good, bank better, and really go into those communities and provide value to those members and finding how we can first help community and then become their credit union.
I'm sorry, that's me. So, hello, my name is Monique Tooks, and I am a parent leader. And I wanted to say, in conjunction to what that gentleman was saying, that not only do you do all the things you just listed and more, I want to thank you from a parent perspective who has a child at Riverside High, who is a part of the VyStar business program that they have. He's a 9th grader, rising 10th grader. And I just want to say thank you for the opportunity of the interview. And even though he didn't make it, he learned a lot from it. And he's encouraged to try again. And that experience thus far has been amazing. So the impact that you're making with community, with all the work that you're doing, you're impacting generations when you decided to go into the schools and impact our children there. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think that's a great note to end on because I think we went over on time. So, but we thank you. We're going to be here hanging out. Oh, okay.
So we're good.
Are there
I
any
just
more
wanna-
questions or?
Real quick, a lot of hands raised. They said they were members. I only see one of my business members in here. So my question would be, do you have a personal banker right now for those who said they are VyStar members? Raise your hand. All right, we got work to do. Go ahead.
So we're going to see you all at the Regency Commons branch. I'm going to be in Sheila's office, and you can come see us all.
Tillery's close by.
That is the great thing is I will come out to Sheila's branch or any branch that's closest to you, and I will meet you and have a conversation with both Sheila and you and me to see how we can make your personal experience great and help you on the personal side, but also what I can do for you on the business side so that those things can commingle and we can make your life easier.
So one of my members is in the corner. Frank, put your hand up. If y'all want to get a real testimony, he calls and texts. Do I call you back, Frank? Do I text you? Last time he said, you fussed at me because I didn't come to you last time, so now I'm here. What? And I was fussing at him because he didn't listen, but he understood. So now when he's in a jam or he needs something, he calls me or he just pops up and they're like, boss, Frank's here. He sits down and then we get to business. That's what we offer. And I love to do it. He has my cell phone. I don't have a problem with that. If I don't answer him back, it's late. He knows, right? That is what you're going to get from us. That is completely different. I've never had a personal banker. I don't have a business, but for all you entrepreneurs and business owners, I love you. I love all the things you do. You're amazing. I couldn't do it, but I could do this part. And when you have these types of relationships, that's what you need. So if you're scared, if you're like, I don't know how that works, give us a tryout. I'd love to help you grow and learn something in the in-between time.
Hello, good afternoon. My name is Ugochi Nwaga. I own an African contemporary art gallery in St. Augustine, Florida. One of the reasons I haven't been a member is the challenge with international wire transactions. I have clients all over the world. I sell art to people all over the world, and some of the transactions, like wire transactions from US to other countries, there's limitations, and even having to come inside the bank to do it, et cetera. So, are you guys have any focus on that, or how to, overcoming that, or any alternatives? Because doing banking with businesses, some businesses do have those international transactions, so this would be a limitation for me. So I don't know if you have any comments on if that's going to be something that you guys will work on.
That's a great question. We do international wires. As a business owner, that's one of the caveats. You have to have a business account in order to do an international wire. In terms of limitations, I'd probably need to get a little bit more. One thing you did mention was having to come in. We do have a contact center that can assist with doing international wires because it's over the phone and it's normally a higher risk transaction. There are some protocols that you would have to go through to get that sent. But we do, I deal with a lot of members that purchase items overseas as well. And we do that. It's very simple. It can take up to 48 hours for the funds to transfer. If there's any issues, you get a courtesy call about the delay of said wire. But we do frequent with that type of transaction. There's a list, and it's mostly some of the countries we don't really mess with. I think there's,
Which is
I don't.
a lot now.
Right, but I'd love to explore, so that list is something we can share to let you know. I do not know it off the top of my head, but just think about the ones we really don't mess around with. It's about 10. Other than that, we do have the international wire. We also have merchant services that potentially could support that. As well, we partner with a preferred partnership that helps some of our business members for high frequent transactions of that nature. So I'd love to sit down with you. I know you're in St. Augustine, but I travel. I don't mind. I'll come to you, come hang out, or connect you with a location closest to you if coming to Jacksonville is too far. But okay, I'll come get you.
Closing remarks?
Closing remarks. We didn't put that in the talking points.
I'm just gonna say thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
And
Thank you all for coming today.
Yeah, we thoroughly enjoy the conversation. We really truly love this, and that's why we sponsored this, because we need more of this in Jacksonville. But at the heart of what we do is we help our members and we help the community be better. And so thank you for allowing us to be able to share all that we do in the community, and we'll be around if you'd like to speak to us. Thank you again.
Awesome. Let's give Kemal, Mary, Tillery, and Sheila a round of applause. Thank you for